What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of The Hot Mic here on the John Rocha channel. I am John Rocha, joined as always by the Snyder himself, Jeff Sneider. How are you, Jeff?
Hello, Johnny boy.
What's going down, man? How are things on your side of the fence there?
Boy, you got us today. Johnny's tired, guys. Johnny spent all day riding the roller coasters yesterday, doing whatever geeky shit happens in Potter World. I don't know. So I'm here. I'm gonna carry the show today, like I always do.
There you go. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. I am seriously struggling. I was out all day, as you guys, if you follow me on social media, I was out all day in LA. Walking a park, Universal Studios Park, my old stomping grounds, and then hanging out with the Geek Buddies till like 9:30 at night, then driving home 2 hours. And then I had a doctor's appointment, the eye doctor, all day today. So I am struggling big time. I might be showing
you at a costume, John. Were you going around Potter Universe being like, whoosh, whoosh?
No, but it was like going back to high school. You're like, oh, I used to go here. I used to play on those fields. I used to be in that class. Who do you got? Oh, Mrs. Johnson. Yeah, I had her. You know, it's that kind of thing. Because there was no one
out with another cast member.
There was only one other person that is still working there that I worked with back in the old days. He told me like, hey, just about everyone else has moved on. Some of the wand keepers are still there, but none of the people that I knew, other than one person, was working there. But then, of course, I saw Shannon, who's still Raptor handling there. And for those of you who saw the photo, that is Mike Kalinowski in the Raptor outfit, who is roaring over my shoulder. That is Mike Kalinowski, which Shannon told me later on. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, did not know he was going to be in the Raptor outfit yesterday.
And to be a Raptor all day. What a job.
It's good money. I mean, it's good money. I imagine $26, $30 an hour. That shit ain't cheap.
Probably lose weight too, because I couldn't be stuffing my face all day like I do.
And they feed you, by the way. Your cafeteria, it's like $5 for a lunch, and it's very healthy lunch. So they give you some good food.
I'm getting pretzels every day.
Yeah, well, you can get those too for sure. But yeah, it was a fun time. But I am dragging ass to the show, so I apologize to you all ahead of time. But I'm gonna do my best. Jeff's gonna be his natural best, but I will do my best to go along here. But we got so much to talk about here. We got to get into the Batman 2 stuff, get into what happened with Star Wars. Jeff wrote if you follow him on the Inside or subscribe to his newsletter, he wrote a really good piece breaking down what went on there, what he thinks went on there on both of those subjects. And then we're going to get into other stuff going on in the world of entertainment as well. Remember, the Streamlabs Super Chats are open. Send in your love, send in your support. Derek Johnson can't carry all the weight for everybody, y'all. Please send in your love, send in your support. You love the show. You want to keep it going. Send in what you can here in the questions, thoughts, and comments. We want to hear from you all so much. All right, Jeff, let's get into a few little topics before we get into big topics. But we got to get your thought on this. I texted you about this one, and you sent me a pretty funny response. But this came about earlier today. Shawn Levy did a piece there. Being in, I think it was Variety or New York Times, one of these places, is being asked about things that were going on with Starfighter, and he said that while he was filming, he was preparing a lightsaber duel scene set in the water, and then things changed because Tom Cruise, who happened to be in London where they were shooting his film and shooting another film, visited the set to just watch the filming. He arrived in a helicopter. They played Mission Impossible theme over loudspeakers, and then he was behind the camera up to his ankles in mud and pond water after Levy said he should shoot some of the sequence, and he literally shot some of the sequences there for a lightsaber scene. Shawn Levy said, now, when you see the movie, you'll know that part of it was shot by Tom. How cool is that? Jeff, this is this more legend building? How much reality is this? This is so unusual. Your thoughts on this?
Ain't it cool?
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like a fun soundbite in an interview, but I don't think Tom Cruise was directing the new Star Wars movie. I mean, directors have to get bonded, right?
Yes.
You know, there are all kinds of things that I don't think happened just because Tom Cruise showed up on set one day and decided to hop in the water and do a take probably. I don't think you think he's like rolling multiple takes and like, actually, Ryan, can you do this differently? No, Ryan's in the middle of a scene. Tom Cruise shows up. They're like, Tom, get in here. He's just like, all right, let's do it like this. And they're like, great, thanks for having me, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know how this works. Like, I know a little bit about how this works. Everyone's in a union. So you can't, as a SAG actor, grab a piece of equipment on set from a member of another union and use it to film an actual thing.
Maybe Tom Cruise comes out tomorrow and disputes this, and he's like, listen, I'm very pro-union. I did not do it.
There's so many hoops you have to jump through to make that happen. I've been on sets where actors got yelled at for striking a set because they wanted to get to the next shot, because the union people who worked, or the technicians or the teamsters, were like, you can't touch the stuff because we have to move it. That's what we get paid to do. And so it can be super anal when you talk about union stuff. I'm just saying.
I'm sure Ryan Gosling has met Tom Cruise before, but let's say he hadn't. Like, all of a sudden, you're Ryan Gosling, and all of a sudden you're taking direction from a guy you've never met before. Like,
right.
Come on.
And we don't know who's involved in this lightsaber scene, right? Could have been Mia Goth. Could have been Matt Smith, right? It could have been anybody in there with Ryan Gosling lightsabering. Sure. If Gosling even has the lightsaber,
we don't even know. Right. I'm speculating here. I didn't even bother to ask anybody at Lucasfilm, because it's like, this is like a fun junket soundbite. That's about it.
I agree.
I don't think you'll see Tom Cruise's imprimatur on the film.
Yeah, and he's a cameraman. He wasn't directing it, right? So hopefully he wasn't giving.
You never know. Maybe Ryan Gosling be jumping up and down on a couch with the lightsaber.
Could be. Anyway, just thought it was a fun way to start the show with that kind of unusual story. Let's get into something you're excited about before we are going to swing back to Star Wars in a little bit. But Jeff, how about this? Jackass 5 is apparently happening. Johnny Knoxville announced this on his Instagram. He said, well, a wang dang and a hot damn noodle. We are starting the year off with a bang. We want to let you know that this summer, Jackass is back. We will see you in theaters on June 26th. More to come, but wanted you to hear it from us. Of course, the last installment, Jeff, was back in 2021, which is really hard for me to think that was true, because it feels like it was only a couple of years ago, but 5 years ago was the last installment. We don't know who the director on this one is, but this is apparently happening. And I have to say, there's no better time for this film to come out than right now, for God's sakes. So what are your thoughts on this idea that a Jackass 5?
That's what you're saying if you're David Ellison, who needs movies as badly as possible, right? He just needs slate. Paramount has a rough slate this year. Love this. Love this franchise. Love the boys.
Yes.
I think I guess next to Mission Impossible, and perhaps now surpassing Mission Impossible, is the most consistently entertaining live action franchise.
Yeah. Have we ever seen a bad one? Would you ever say that you've seen a bad Jackass movie?
No. Okay. No Jackass movie has ever disappointed me.
Yeah.
They all have like heart. And in fact, the last one, introduced this next generation.
Yes.
And it's fun to see the guys in a different light. And hopefully that those guys return. I'm sure we'll see some fresh faces as well, because there's always stupid guys willing to do shit in front of a camera. But I need more poopies in my life. Clip this out, put it on Twitter, put it on YouTube. I need poopies.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have so much fun with these movies, because I think all of us have like this, snickering 12-year-old boy inside of us. And that's what these films really appeal to. But I think what you said earlier is correct. The reason these stand above all these other run of films that have this kind of stunt stuff with it is that there's a heart to them. You can tell that Johnny cares about these guys, and these guys care about Johnny. And just like Friends, they've also had falling outs, which we've seen publicly as well. Then you have concern.
Had loss.
Yes, loss as well. Yes, and even the drug addiction. How do you navigate that with Steve-O and all the things that went on with it? So, there is this element of like, it's more than just a bunch of dudes getting together and seeing how far they can push each other on these stunts, it's all great. But it's the way they communicate with each other, the way they interact with each other, there's that sense of like, remember when you had this kind of camaraderie, this kind of friendship when you were a kid, and it kind of evokes that, which I think is the best of the Jackass stuff when they get it right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Skywalker's asking if Bam will make it
Oh.
into this one. I believe that he is. I think TMZ or maybe it was Variety broke that.
Yeah, yeah, it's continuing. So yeah, so it'll be fun, and we'll see who's going to be in it. There's always big surprises and fun surprises. But again, this is coming out June 26th. Now, do you think this will go on theaters, or do you think this will be Paramount Plus?
No, this is definitely going in theaters. Yeah.
Okay.
I know that this movie was supposed to come out in March, and it's been removed from the calendars. But it was originally supposed to come out July 4th. Was the Trey Parker Matt Stone one, right?
Oh,
supposed to come out July 4th last year.
right.
I feel like this kind of takes that place on the calendar.
Yeah.
As far as but like Paramount, to its credit, is investing in comedies like they did last year with Naked Gun.
Yeah.
And I think it's encouraging to see. I would also encourage everybody to see PRIMATE, which comes out this weekend. That's a Paramount title, and I had a fucking blast with PRIMATE.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I missed out on the screening last night being in LA, so I'll definitely watch it tomorrow. Let's move on to this one, Jeff. I know I didn't put this on the rundown, but this news kind of broke as well that Karyn Kusama is apparently back to direct a film. She hasn't directed a film since 2018's Destroyer. She has secured funding for her next film called Stan. It will star Daisy Edgar Jones and Drew Starkey. It's being independently produced and has a script by Jordan Rosenblum. Plot details are being kept under wraps, but the film is said to revolve around a famous singer and a fan who believes there is a hidden message buried within her songs. It feels topical, but then also feels a little bit past the topical time of this. But what are your thoughts on this? And Stan, I mean, like, we already know Stan. Why do we got to call it Stan? We just had a documentary called Stan's. Like, are we kind of beating this title? Is it a dead horse? Your thoughts?
I mean, not really.
Okay.
I like it. I like it a lot, especially for Karyn Kusama. I think she is a really great director who is underappreciated. The Invitation and Destroyer are a really, pretty solid 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
I like the cast that she has. I mean, Daisy is solid. Drew Starkey, I think, could be really good in a role like this.
Yeah.
I totally see this all the time, both with music and movies. People who read way too much into something, and even the filmmakers, it has to be like, what? I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't intend that.
Right.
But I guess, because they don't want to be assholes. They say, I guess I see what you're saying.
Right.
I see it all the time with fans just completely overreaching and looking too deep for meaning into things.
Well, yeah, because of the situation in terms of, okay, I can see that.
It's about a fan who is reading into lyrics, yeah.
But we're dealing with that now, aren't we? Kind of fans. Well, I guess we'll segue into that in a second. But yeah, I hope this works. I like her as a director. I'd like to see this how it works. And Daisy Edgar, I kind of buy this idea that she could be a pop star a little more than I bought Natalie Portman as a pop star in that Vox film. So I kind of like the idea where it could go. And yeah, who knows what they're exploring in terms of fandom.
Naomi Scott was the perfect pop star.
Oh, right. Smile too.
She was really good.
Yeah, true. Very true. All right. Well, there you go. Let's move on to some other stuff here. Jeff, I just want to get those out of the way before we jumped into the big things here. But we got to talk about the news that broke just a couple of days ago, and that is that Sebastian Stan is in talks to be part of the Batman Part 2.
What?
He will be joining Scarlett Johansson, who is back and apparently who is coming in rather as guilty, which you broke a couple of weeks ago on the show and on your newsletter. But also you speculate that our man Barry Keoghan is back here as possibly the Joker or a Joker sycophant. So, Jeff, what is going on here? You've said that the story is focusing on the dents. What more is going on here? And what do you feel about the Sebastian Stan possibility? And clearly it's happening since his own makeup person posted a picture of him, essentially a dead face or a two-face makeup.
Stylist. I think I may have written that in the newsletter.
Okay.
Stylist, not his makeup artist. But yeah, like, listen, I think it's kind of an open secret at this point that it's Harvey Dent, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Matt Reeves or James Gunn would have come out and disputed that by now, but maybe not.
Maybe
James Gunn learned his lesson.
Doubt it.
And he's just going to, let fans think what they want to think. This, what my sources told me, and that goes back to the ScarJo casting. I think that having Sebastian Stan be cast next, lines up with that.
Yep.
I'd also heard, when this all started, that Mrs. Dent would have a bigger role than Harvey Dent.
Oh, okay.
I hate that these fucking things only come out during the show. I think it's the light. So I think the next person that you'll see cast is probably either going to be an older male.
Okay.
Right? Or
you're saying the dad, right? Harvey Dent's dad. Is that what you're speculating?
Yes. Or we'll see, whoever's Dr. Arkham or whatever.
Right. But what do you think this is? I guess the thing is, like, what do you think the plan is here, man? Are they trying to tell picking up the pieces of the Batman and expanding out this universe? Does bringing in people like Sebastian Stan, Scarlett Johansson, bringing back Barry Keoghan, these are all hot actors in their prime right now in terms of recognition and awareness. This doesn't seem like a one-off, like we're going to just wrap things up on a second one. This feels like they're laying the groundwork for a larger story, possibly a third film, possibly a fourth film in this series. So this idea that people had that maybe Matt Reeves is going to get one more and then James Gunn is going to come in with his Batman, I feel like we're moving away from that possibility the more we hear the casting announcements and the approach they're taking to this kind of movie. Am I misreading that?
I mean, I don't know what he has planned. I don't think it's going to be a straight adaptation. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I think it'll be an
a long Halloween.
Right. I think it'll be an amalgamation of different things, which is why, there was some speculation. Oh, could they be incorporating elements of Jessica Dent, who is Harvey's sister?
Oh, right.
And I guess she becomes Two-Face. It's in some alternate timeline or whatever. Could Scarlett Johansson potentially wind up as Two-Face?
Right.
What if she did it to herself in a sign of solidarity, the way that, like, when your partner has cancer, sometimes people shave their own heads. Like, imagine that if, like, Harvey Dent was Two-Face and then she decided to do the same thing.
Well, I think there's a way. This is so funny. My mind just went to a number of different places because literally of what you just said, because we know the story in the comics. A lot of the story that's been told in the comics is that he's hunting down a criminal organization. They throw acid on his face, as you saw in The Dark Knight. It's done a little better in the comics, and he's disfigured. But what if he never becomes Two-Face, but this attack fucks him up? And like you said, she takes on the mantle and does it to herself as a way of rebelling and then becomes this thing. So he's not necessarily Two-Face. She's Two-Face. But there's this sense of like she's doing it for a certain reason. So it's almost like an anti-hero villain, so to speak. And that could be fascinating. Honestly, it could be, as you said in your newsletter, you feel like Matt Reeves is going to be telling a completely different take on this and a much more interesting take on this than maybe we've seen before. So I would not be surprised if they played around with that. And I do think the fans would be open to him messing around with the lure of Two-Face with a woman, because they like Matt Reeves as the Batman.
I mean, he's also said though that like it's not a villain that's been done before.
Right.
So
and Two-Face has been done before, but not this way. Right.
Not in that way. But like, what if she's not Two-Face? Like, what if? It's like it is in the Long Halloween thing, right? Like that's a villain that hasn't been done before.
It's true. You could argue that's technically a Two-Face villain, not Two-Face in the way that you remember, but Two-Face.
There's something to just, I think, our current political situation where it's almost like people believing in someone and that someone turns out to be not who they thought they were.
Right. 100%. 100%. Yes. And how that affects the person once they realize they are not who you thought they were. Yeah. Very much so.
I also don't know how far back all this stuff is planned.
Yeah.
Or, we've made mention of certain things and Matt Reeves' private life. And, you have to wonder how those things affected the shaping of this script.
Good point.
And is this in fact a father-son story in Harvey Dent and his father?
Yeah.
I'm very curious. Curious.
I mean, it could mirror, of course, Bruce Wayne's issues with his own father, right? Like you've got that as kind of a connecting point between those two characters and how that's going to play itself out over the movie.
Yeah, like
and where it goes.
Two-Face has been done before. Yeah. I don't know if Two-Face was done in a very cartoonish way in Batman Forever by
for sure.
And then Two-Face in Dark Knight, it barely happened, right? It was just starting. We just got
like 10 minutes of screen time when he was actually Two-Face.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that there is a lot more to explore with that character, and just the weight that politicians have. I mean, they've always had that kind of weight naturally, but I don't know. They seem more able to shape the world than ever.
Yeah. And billionaires as well. This idea of how much that could be interesting if they're exploring that as well. If you're going to go Court of Owls, how much are you going to explore with all of that?
No clue. Wouldn't want to say haven't heard anything plot wise, but
right.
All I'm saying is I heard those three characters, the Dent, his father and his wife, and we have two castings that would seem to fit.
Yeah.
That. But
okay, so if you're in a casting office right now, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit. Who are you looking at to play Sebastian Stan's dad? Who is out there in their 50s or 60s that could play someone like this? Maybe he's an aggressive, browbeating, successful person, and Harvey is in his wake, in his shadow, desperate to prove who he is, desperate to prove his name. I mean, who do you see out there that could slide in to play his dad? I mean, Dr. Arkham will be Dr. Arkham. I think you can get a lot of actors to play that role. But unless Dr. Arkham is his dad as well, in a Two-Face situation too. So who do you see out there that could play Sebastian Stan's dad?
There's so many people, right? if he hadn't just been in fucking Black Adam or whatever, I might have said Pierce Brosnan.
Oh man, holy shit! But Black Adam is not canon, so you can he's not. It's not part of the DC.
You can do anything, as we've seen. They've already rated Marvel twice, which I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah,
they've gotten two basically pretty huge Marvel stars. These are two of the main 10, I would say. What if you went back to the beginning?
Okay.
Where did it all start, John?
Tony Stark? Robert Downey Jr.?
Who is the villain? Who is the villain?
Oh, Jeff Bridges. Oh, fuck.
Jeff Bridges, maybe? Can you see him as...
That could be interesting.
Stan's father. I think you need somebody who's at least 65.
Right?
I mean,
I'm looking through.
They were looking at Pitt. Pitt is 60, right?
Yeah.
62, something like that.
Yeah, I was just looking through the list of actors like Tim Robbins, Keanu, Ray Fiennes, Gary Oldman, Vigo. I don't know that I see anybody necessarily. Clooney would be interesting, but I really don't.
Vigo would be good.
Right? Vigo could be interesting.
Vigo would be good.
Clive Owen, but I still think he thinks he's in the ingenue phase of his career, so I don't know.
I think there's a lot of interesting ways for it to go. But I think that's what you could see. Honestly, there's someone else I've thought of, right? We're talking about this is Fincher's cinematographer, right?
Okay, yeah.
Who does Fincher love who's in his 60s these days?
I don't know. You're gonna have to help me. I told you my brain is mush right now. Go.
Holt.
Who?
Holt
McElhenney? You think Holt? Oh, wow.
You're looking for a real Fincher vibe. I could see him being the father of a politician. You're disappointing me, son. He's jacked. I mean,
yeah.
You could fight. You could have a fight scene.
Yeah, I think that's really possible.
Angelini.
I like that.
Just saying, it'd be cheap.
What about oh no, he's already playing Kingpin, so you can't use D'Onofrio. Oh man, yeah. So there's some good choices out there, possibly. I mean, get Gary Sinise out of retirement and come on in here. That could be a lot of fun. I think that could be interesting. All right. So, but what about you just alluded to the Marvel poaching. What you said that's interesting. Why do you think that's interesting? Tell me, what are your feelings on that?
Sorry, what did you say?
The Marvel situation. You were saying how it's interesting that they poached.
I mean, it's quite a coincidence. I think that they decided to go after these two people, particularly.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson, has really torched like Marvel and Disney. She even fell out of. I mean, she was going. To be fair, she was going to work with Disney again on Tangled, right?
Yes.
She was going to play Mother Gothel, which is a role that just got filled a couple hours ago by Catherine Hahn.
Yeah.
Catherine Hahn's going to be coming into play Mother Gothel. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of a slap in the face to them, I think, to be like, I'm going to go over and do DC. But to be fair, it's not. That's the thing. It's DC, but it's not the DCU, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not James Gunn's universe that he's building. It's respectfully, this is a crime film that just happens to be set in Gotham City, directed by Matt Reeves.
Right. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to work where you can work. So we've seen actors cross over, but not at this level, right? With Scarlett and Sebastian Stan. So, but he excites you in this role, Sebastian, right? He's such a multifaceted actor.
Again, I think he's a great actor. Yeah. Who is the one person? The one person who said that the best movie of 2024 is The Apprentice. It was me.
It was you. Yeah.
I was the guy saying this is the number one movie of the year. This is the performance of the year. Basically, he was incredible as Trump. However you feel about Trump, he was incredible, and he was great in A Different Man too. Right, under all those prosthetics.
Right.
So he's done it before. That's two movies with facial prosthetics.
Yeah.
But Two-Face kind of is. I don't know, man. There's a lot of evidence, I think. Plus, Mattson even said, you see that tweet that went viral?
Which one?
It was like a tweet from Mattson Tomlin from like 4 years ago being like, hey, I'm friends with Sebastian Stan.
Yes.
And I always write everything with Sebastian Stan in mind.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's co-running the Batman Part 2. So
how come nobody said anything?
Seems to line up. So, but again, I'm excited, and I know I got a little bit of shit from some of the James Gunn slurpers about my tweet the other day, but all I was saying was that I'm really excited for this film much more than Man of Tomorrow because I like the cast that they're lining up. It just seems more exciting to me.
I mean, I like Batman more than Superman. Like, listen, Superman's always going to be at a disadvantage there.
Yeah. So
it was an easy cheap shot. You took a Jimmy Gunn.
I have to tell you, literally did not think of James Gunn at all. I just was reading the piece halfway through, and I'm just I'm just more excited. I know I'm not alone on this, and that's it. I didn't go fuck James Gunn.
You little fucking Superman monkey.
I just find it funny that people are like, you don't like James Gunn. I literally praise all his movies and TV shows. What the fuck are you morons talking about? But, it is what it is. I mean, you're not going to help these people get more intelligent.
You're a gun.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. All right, let's get into something Jeff is excited about too, as well. And that is The Housemaid is getting a sequel, dog. And well, The Housemaid is getting itself a sequel. The police have themselves an RV. Amanda Seyfried will only have a cameo apparently in this second film. It is officially in the works with Sydney Sweeney and Paul Feig, who seems to be finding new life in these kind of smaller female-led films like Simple Favor and this one. This one has already grossed $133 million. So I have to say, where I doubted it could be successful, and I didn't want to call it a hit last week, now officially, I think you can call it a hit because of the blockbuster numbers. And they're doing a sequel. So I will say now officially it is a hit. But Jeff, are you excited about this? And what does this mean if they're going to focus on Sydney Sweeney much more than...
put up a 0% drop?
Yeah, 1% drop. 1% drop in the most recent weekend. Still, that's amazing.
I'd love to give Sydney Sweeney all the credit in the world, and she does deserve it.
Some of it.
I think she's really good in this movie. Yeah, she deserves some of it. This is about quote unquote chick lit, right? This is about the book and the fact that women go to the movies, and they go to the movies with their friends, and they definitely go to the movies based on the books that all the women read. This is a huge best-selling book, a beach read, maybe not the size of a Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
But everybody, a lot of people I know read this book. My grandmother fucking read this book and all the books. And you can't underestimate this audience. And I don't know why it's a surprise every year. Look at, Crawdads and the Blake Lively movie.
Yeah.
There's countless examples. That's all you have to do. I know there's one coming out. I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend, but People We Meet on Vacation movie.
Oh, yeah.
Netflix, I think.
Yeah.
That's going to do big numbers.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's just fascinating because I was reading a study recently that the number of people that read for pleasure now is down 40%. Everyone says people aren't reading books, but clearly there are books that break through that and become massive bestsellers or become books that people are really into. And clearly this particular type of genre is attracting people to come into the theaters and watch these movies.
It's everything. It's all these Nicole Kidman shows. It's The Perfect Couple. It's countless examples of this stuff working. This is what people get excited about. Yeah.
So we'll see. But do you think it has a chance of? But could this be like Megan, where that first film was an anomaly, people loved it, and they thought, okay, let's make a second one, and nobody went to see it. So if this film comes out, this sequel, and doesn't do as well as the first one, even though it's based on a book within the series, what do we do then? What for all the praise you gave Syndey, or people gave Syndey rather, are they now gonna use it as a thing of maybe it was just the right mixture of people at the right time? Because I see so many people seeming to discount Amanda Seyfried as if she hasn't been dropping fucking great performances over the last 5 years.
She's great, and she hits just the right tone
in the movie, right?
Yes, which is a little campy.
Yeah.
I think there is a formula to this, and I think that the producers in the studio, having looked at something like Megan, will learn some kind of lesson from that, and that they won't mess with that formula too much. I think you need Sydney Sweeney. I think you need a hot guy. I think you need another hot girl to complete that love triangle. She's going to just be going to couples to take out their abusive husbands, right?
Yeah.
That's sort of the whole bag. I don't know. I think it could be a lot of fun, but she's going to have to get naked again, do all those things.
Yeah. Is she the white Idris Elba of hygiene? She's just going to these different places every time to solve these situations. I think it's hilarious. Let's move on this, Jeff. Look at here. We got an update here. WB, the rejected Paramount, again stayed with Netflix. They advised their shareholders to reject the amended takeover of Paramount, calling the bid, quote, inferior to a signed deal with Netflix given the higher costs. And they put this on Paramount, saying that Paramount is bringing in too much debt, too many issues. And although they're offering more money in terms of $30 a share versus Netflix's $27.75 a share, they would be taking on more stuff, and they would be responsible for more money should this not work out. Whereas with Netflix, they're just going to get the full $5.8 billion. So, your thoughts on this? Anything new to add? Is this? One of the co-CEOs went on, or one of the big wigs went on MSA or CNBC and said essentially intimating that they may need to increase their price. So do you think this is just going to keep playing itself over and over again, or are we hitting an end point here real soon?
He's just not that into you, right? Into you, bro.
No means no, bro.
Yeah. Listen, this is the whole dance. We knew that this would go on. But at some point, you're going to have to really, make a substantially larger offer, or game over. It's only a matter of time before this thing moves forward and gets approved.
Right.
We've all seen the ads on Twitter.
Yeah.
Just bombarded by the same like Netflix Warner Brothers ad.
It's very clearly happening. That's what it feels like to me when I'm watching it. Netflix is not operating as if this is still in a question. Netflix is not operating like this is maybe still a. They don't want to count their chickens. They are moving forward with this being a real thing. And so I don't know what Paramount is doing. If they're not, why aren't they just dropping their largest bid and done with it? Like, why are they still trying to nickel and dime this thing in essence? I think it's fascinating. Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I think it's not over until it's over. Right. But there's a lot of just like, in chess when you're just like a pawn and you're just like, you're just being chased. You're on the defensive, and that's what this feels like. Like you're on the ropes.
Yeah, that's what I agree. It feels that way 100%. All right. Well, let's get into the big story here, Jeff. You wrote a nice piece exploring what went on here. We had talked about Lucasfilm and Star Wars at the beginning of the show with a fun little story, but let's get into the big story here. This dropped thanks to Puck News earlier. It was like a, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night, I think the other night that it dropped that Dave Filoni and Lynwen Brynner are going to be taking over Lucasfilm and Star Wars from Kathleen Kennedy. And it will apparently announcement will be happening within the next couple of weeks. So Jeff, that's what Bellany reported over there at Puck News. What do you have to tell us about it? What do you know about this? You have a lot of connections there with Lucasfilm. What's going on behind the scenes here?
I mean, so I had said that it was going to be Dave Filoni and Carrie Beck. And
yes. Which was a good, possibility.
It's not that it's not true. It's just that the way that Disney has set up these silos, there's two people, at each silo, right? It's like the creative person, then there's like the GM or president or whatever.
Right.
And Lucasfilm is going to mimic that structure, it looks like. So it would be Dave Filoni keeping his title as CCO. That's the thing. I don't know if like they're getting new like titles, if they're getting president title or whatever. But he's CCO, and I believe that she is the GM and president of Lucasfilm Business. Right. So that's what it's going to be. I think that you'll also see Carrie Beck probably get bumped up.
Yeah.
And she will be running the stuff with Dave. Like it's not like he's going to be her boss, yes, but she'll be still involved in key decisions.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that this announcement could be made, especially now that it's been in Bellany's newsletter and my newsletter, even though it hasn't been in the trades or anywhere else.
Yeah.
I think you'll probably see this announcement happen sooner rather than later, possibly as soon as next week. And that doesn't mean she's going to step down right away. It could be like, hey, I'm going to stay on for the next couple of months, or I have no idea. But I'm told, that she would be gone by the end of the month.
This month?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's imminently stepping down. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that she has, other fish to fry. She's being offered big movies.
You speculated passion projects that she might be working on. Is there stuff you know about that she's into?
I don't know any specific projects. I think that she has the rights to like an old play of some kind.
Okay.
But I think that there's probably a lot of things that have interested her over the years, and now she's going to have the freedom to explore those things.
Yeah. Well, then, does this excite you at all? Or, it seems it's been in the works, it seems like for a while, but I still think this might be a mistake to go with somebody who doesn't have a track record that's strong. And then Lynwen Brynner, is she the Peter Safran of this situation? Is she the one that's going to be in charge of the business side and all those other things?
She's running the business side of things. So what is it? ILM?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Or is it or is it maybe just Skywalker Sound?
Skywalker Ranch or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, like she's in charge of like that stuff.
Yeah.
Like Dave Filoni's not going to spend his time, keeping the business running and the wheels running. He's running creative. So yeah, and even when I had said, oh, it's going to be Dave and Carrie, Lynwen was never going anywhere. She was always going to be around the business.
Right.
As she does now, really. So,
but do you think they chose her over Carrie because they felt like Carrie was going to be kind of like a yes person?
I don't want to frame it like that at all.
Okay.
I don't think she was chosen over Carrie. I think it's just, if anybody, Dave was chosen over Carrie, right? But he's just I think the natural person. Like, they're handing this universe to him. It's George Lucas. He's the architect of it,
right?
And Lynwen is the one, running the business, like that side of it. So yeah, I guess to some extent she is the Saffron, even though I do think Saffron is a little bit more involved in creative matters than Lynwen is.
Sure.
But yeah, again, Disney, Marvel, right? Because Marvel has Kevin and then Lewis.
Right. Yeah. Again, let me pin you down. Like, what is your thoughts on this though, with Dave Filoni? Like we talked about with James Gunn when we speculated the possibility 2 years ago, I think it was. Like we were saying, like this guy doesn't have he has a good track record for directing these Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but you know how many people want to take notes from James Gunn? I think that applies even more so with Dave Filoni in this situation. No matter what his attachments are to George Lucas, he literally has no track record making theatrical features. His first season of Ahsoka was kind of dog shit by the end. And yes, great animation wise, but how much do other creators get excited that they're going to be taking notes from Dave Filoni doing Star Wars movies? I think this is not the greatest move. This is almost like a caretaker coach.
Listen, I don't watch the Filoni stuff, right? So I definitely can't speak to the quality of his work because I really am not familiar with it. I don't know what is his and what is not. Here's what I know, is that he won't be able, and this could be a blessing and a curse. He will not be able to protect the Star Wars brand the way that Kathleen Kennedy did. Okay?
Can you extrapolate on that? What does that mean?
It doesn't matter like what filmmaker came in, Shawn, Levy, Taika Waititi, Lord, doesn't matter. You are nothing compared to Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay.
As I've told you before, Bob Iger knows he is nothing compared to Kathleen Kennedy. Right. Okay? He's the CEO of Disney. He's the top of the kingdom.
Yeah.
Really, if you thought he was ever going to fire Kathleen Kennedy, you're out of your mind. Okay? Kathleen Kennedy wears the fucking pants at Disney. Okay? That's the truth. And she protects Star Wars in a way where it's like, oh, well, we need a movie out by December. We need it out. And she's like, listen, I don't have a movie that's ready to go. I don't think I have a movie that I like. All these scripts are like half-assed.
Right.
No, you're not getting a movie. Sorry. That's what Kathleen Kennedy did. Dave Filoni is not going to be able to do that. Right?
All right.
Right now, maybe you like that. You know, maybe it's like, shit, we waited, 6 or 7 years for a Star Wars movie under Kathleen Kennedy's watch. That is unacceptable. Right? That is going to be completely unacceptable now that Dave Filoni is in charge. He is going to have to keep the wheels moving on features. So you're definitely going to get more Star Wars movies, 100% guaranteed.
Wow.
The question is whether those movies will be up to the standard that you guys have set. Now, Dave Filoni in charge, you think that it will. I'm just saying he's going to be under certain time constraints that can sometimes affect the quality.
Right. Yeah, he's been the chief creative guy for 3 years now? The chief creative officer, I think he's been named by. And a lot of these projects that are in motion, Jeff, I don't know how much he had a part in. Like, how much does he have a part in the Simon Kinberg trilogy?
There's been a culling. There's been a huge culling, I think, with a lot of things. So I think the development slate has been cleared a bit. But I definitely think that Kinberg's trilogy, which is, the episode 10 of it all, even though nobody wants to call it that.
Right.
I think that is very real.
Okay. But everything else you think is probably what the Rey movie? You don't think that happens, do you? Like right now, gun to your head, does it happen?
I mean, starting to feel like no, not in that incarnation. No.
What about the Mangold movie?
I do think that will happen down the line. Yes.
Okay. So, but the Kinberg thing was brought in by Kathleen, shepherded by Kathleen. She will be an executive producer on that. So how much is that going to be something we can use as a test case for Dave Filoni to see that this is Dave Filoni's take on this kind of thing, even though it's through Kinberg as a director. Like, how much can we really put that on?
I'm again, we've had this conversation before where you're like big on like, well, we need to know who to give credit to and who to blame.
Well, everyone wants to give credit and blame Kathleen.
That's not really how it works.
Well, it is for the fans. Maybe not for the insiders in the bubble, the 50 of you, but for the millions of people, they've been going after or praising Kathleen Kennedy, and Filoni's going to slide into that spot with Lynwen.
He's going to move forward with a movie he doesn't want to make. Okay, if Kathleen's like, well, we're making this movie because I'm a producer on it. I don't think, and Dave Filoni just doesn't want to do it. I don't think that it necessarily happens. I don't think she'll be able to necessarily Bigfoot him at that point. But
right. That's the thing. I don't see any movies coming from Dave Filoni yet. And until we see a movie come from Dave Filoni, I don't mean him directing it. I mean him keeping. Huh?
He's not in charge yet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's different than James Gunn. James Gunn came in and was able to clean the slate and start from scratch. He's not able to do that in this situation. There are things in motion that he is going to have to be a part of that are not necessarily his from the beginning. Whereas all the Gunn stuff,
just like every other studio head, okay, just like even James Gunn, I think, had to release a movie on his watch that wasn't his, right?
2 of them, Flash and Shazam too.
Everybody gets saddled with the old guy's shit, right? That's sort of why the old guy is the old guy.
Yeah. I guess
all the shit that Kathleen Kennedy gets, right? Yeah. And I agree that it has been a rough ride on the feature side.
Little too, yeah, it's true, very true.
Shocked how many people put Andor #1 on their top 10 list last year.
Yeah, including me, in terms of TV series. Yeah,
like
100%.
To resurrect the Star Wars brand to that kind of prestige, where people are outraged that it's not winning Emmys and things like that.
Right.
I think that's pretty impressive. It's like no small feat.
Yeah. That's what I wonder about with that situation, because from what Christian has told me.
Look at this quote here. Skywalker 00017.
Where is it on? Is it a comment here?
Yeah. Skywalker.
Oh, here, Andor is thanks to Gilroy. Now, that's nonsense. That's nonsense.
Who gets the credit?
Yeah, well, that's because they're selectively doing that. There's a section of Kathleen Kennedy fandom that's like they will give her credit for nothing, and if anything's good, it's by accident under her watch. And I think that's what this Skywalker person represents, and that's nonsense because
maybe it's everyone, Roy, and every single thing came out of his head. But you know what? Who gave him that kind of freedom and that kind of leeway? Kathleen Kennedy.
Well, true, very true. Kathleen Kennedy loved Rian Johnson's Last Jedi. That's why she gave him a trilogy.
She isn't writing Andor.
Yeah,
you have to understand, not everyone's like James Gunn. Okay, James Gunn is different.
Gilroy has said from the beginning that they would have never been able to make Andor if it wasn't for Kathleen Kennedy championing it from the beginning. Like, this was something that had been in motion from the beginning, and Gilroy said Kathleen Kennedy went to bat for that show to get it across the line. So when you've got the head of the studio in your corner, it makes it easier to do the show. And she was able to do it. Same thing with Mandalorian. They created this narrative that, like, Kathleen Kennedy was like, oh, yeah, go make Mando and Grogu, whatever. I don't give a shit. Like, she was sitting there full twiddling her thumbs with her feet on the desk. I mean, this is the kind of madness that people come to in their minds who've never worked in a job, never had a high-paying, like, management level, who don't understand. Like, that's not how it goes. That's not ever how it goes, for a brand. So, especially for an IP, it's nonsense to think that way. So,
this woman, she may not write the stories herself. She has impeccable story sense. She is who all the great masters like have leaned on. And like when we talk about James Gunn is like, the creator of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. Hey, like, my hat's off to him. I like the Guardians movies. But
sure,
like,
I love them too.
The Guardians movies are not like a pimple on the ass of some of the movies that Kathleen Kennedy has worked on. She's completely different level than James Gunn, and people don't give her credit.
We would not have modern nerddom without Kathleen Kennedy. It's the honest truth. Indiana Jones. There's so many films from those decades that she and Frank Marshall shepherded with great directors to the final point to be released and become some of our most beloved films as a lot of us were growing up, or a lot of us who came along after those films came out discovered growing up. So this idea that people want to denigrate her when she has shepherded numerous franchises, numerous IPs that a lot of you own and have posters of in your house, do you scrub out executive produced by Kathleen Kennedy on your fucking posters? Like, she is essential to our modern nerddom. I would say she's one of the pillars, foundations.
There are people in the chat being like, she has more losses than wins. Says who? Says who? You? Because you didn't like The Last Jedi or some shit? Like, listen, I don't give a fuck about this franchise, okay?
Yeah.
I saw those movies. Go look at my ratings. Like, I have no idea what I rated them. Go back. I bet you they're all 2 or 2.5 stars, and maybe the first one, Force Awakens, is 3 stars.
Right.
I didn't dislike any of them.
Yeah.
They're all totally fine as far as like modern blockbusters go.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the hate towards what she has done on the feature side at all, other than I wish that there was more to judge by. Rogue One, good movie. Solo, better than we gave it credit for.
Yeah. She saved Rogue One by moving Gareth Edwards out and bringing in Tony Gilroy. So, like, here are the films she produced. E.T., The Color Purple, Hook, for God's sakes. There was a lot of people love Twister, which people were, quote, how much they love. Jurassic Park, AI, Munich, Curious Case of Benjamin Button. People love those. Lincoln, Gremlins, The Goonies, Back to the Future. She's EP on these. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? All the Back to the Future series, as I was mentioning. The American Tail animated films. Cape Fear, the Scorsese film. She's an EP on that shit. Schindler's List, for God's sakes. So there are so many great films, and all those Raiders of the Lost film, ARC films as well. So, like, there's so many great films that she's a part of that so many people are kind of like looking past because a couple of these Star Wars films didn't quite work out for them. And it's like, you're not thinking straight. You're not using your brains, and you're not putting her entire career in context. And if you think she's just sitting there while all these great male directors are making the movies and she's just sitting there like eating at Crafty, you're a fucking moron. She is absolutely essential to modern nerddom. Essential. Yeah. Look, that was some time ago. Yeah. So was your relevance. I am Two Fly Cam. That was also some time ago. What the fuck are you talking about? She's consistently.
I love this. What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately? Yeah, I know you created modern nerddom and made me happy with all these movies that like made me a super nerd. But like, what have you done lately, though? Come on, man. God damn it, dude. You guys crack me the fuck up, man. I swear to God.
It's wild.
All right. Anyway. All right. So let's move on from that. Jeff, we're at 53 minutes. Let's real quick. I get your thoughts on this. Apparently, James Wan in an interview recently said that he would be open to directing an Avatar movie. Now, of course, this Avatar film is going to probably top out at 1.5, 1.7 billion. But James Cameron said, giving hints that he might not come back to do 4 or 5. He has said he wants no one else to direct him. But I mean, James Wan would seem to be a nice choice if you're going to go with another director to better than Robert Rodriguez to take over your franchise. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't hate it on the surface. I will say that, going from one James to another. If Cameron was going to hand this off to somebody, he's a realistic choice because he's handled huge budgets before, right? And he's made movies of this scale, sort of, or close to it, anyways. So yeah, I could see it. It wouldn't be my first choice. But it wouldn't be like, what the fuck.
I like the idea. I think it would be an interesting choice. And I think he's a strong filmmaker with like a track record with franchises and IP. So why not? And I think James would still be EPing these things. So why not let him have a shot?
I think movies are why not, but whatever.
I mean, one of them made $1 billion. Listen, I don't think the Avatar movies are the most amazing films ever made, but they make $2 billion or almost $2 billion with this most recent one. So, he's got experience doing that. So, and they're not strong stories like Aquaman wasn't. So let's
easy on the Pandora hate, okay? Because the Avatar movies are really fucking good, and the Aquaman movies are really fucking bad.
All right, that's fair. All right, if you say so. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? Oh yeah, sure. I know we're going to do the top 10 animal attack movies. But do you want to say anything about any trailers you saw this week or any reviews you saw this week before we get into
How
that?
about Hugh Jackman as Robin Hood,
That looks good.
aka the Northman, too.
Yeah. Someone said Logan with arrows, which I
Looked,
think is a good
I thought it
description.
looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that trailer good. What about the Zazie Beetz one? Did you like that? They're trying to kill you.
That's a cool trailer. I think that movie's going to be a sleeper hit for New Line.
Yeah.
That could be, like this year's Ready or Not or Weapons or whatever. It's supposed to open the same day as Ready or Not 2, which makes no sense. They're aimed at this exact same audience.
That's true.
I don't know, if someone's going to blink or what.
Yeah.
But I think Warner Brothers is very excited about that movie.
Yeah, I liked it too. I thought the trailer was good. I did a reaction this morning to the Batista Momoa trailer. That looks like a lot of fun. That's a Saturday afternoon. Have a couple of beers.
I completely agree. That does look like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had kind of fun with that one. So you liked PRIMATE. You recommend people going to see PRIMATE. Did you see anything else this week that you can talk about?
I might go see Greenland in a few hours. We'll see.
Greenland 2?
Yeah, we'll see. I like the first one.
Yeah.
I like Greenland, and I like Rick Romanois in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I might just be bored enough on a Thursday night.
Okay. All right.
No, it was one of my friends who signed me up via the AMC Entourage. I got the notification. I was like, what the fuck is this? Greenland. But then he got me the ticket, and I was like, oh, he's thinking of me. Buddy, I love you, man.
It's not getting the best reviews. But we'll see.
But you know what's getting the best reviews 28 years later. So I don't want to hear.
Oh, the Bone Temple.
These critics, they've lost all credibility.
Right. I see that next week. I got a screening for that next week. We'll see if it's good or not. All right. Let's get into our top 10 animal attack movies. Jeff, how do you want to do this? So you want to just do one? Are we doing the same thing like before?
Let's do one list. No.
Okay.
Let's do one master list. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna have some arguments.
Okay.
So I've got some here. I'm sure you've got some there, but I think that any discussion of animal attack movies, has to start with Jaws, right?
Yeah, number one, Jaws, of course. Not even a question. By like miles, by the way. All right.
Jaws is number one. Done.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
Easiest discussion. What is number two?
My number two is The Gray. The Liam Neeson film with the wolves hunting down the pack with Frank Grillo. Excellent film. Very well directed. So I put that at my number two. What do you got?
I love The Gray. The Gray is a 3.5-star movie for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so good. This is just a little high for it. I want it on this top 10 list, but it's a little high.
It's making it on the top 10 list at least. What would you want to put it to?
Well, what about something like King Kong?
The original? Okay. Have you even seen the original? I don't even know if you've seen the original. Okay.
Yeah, that black and white one.
All right. That's fine. It's a classic. People love it. It's a damn good movie. Still holds up.
Good, yeah.
And it is an ape, so it does count as a creature attacking. So yeah.
I mean, we can mess with the rankings, but okay. King Kong. Okay.
Well, so we're not ranking right now. We're just saying right now what we're putting on the list.
I mean, we can put it at 2 for now, and then we can go back over it.
Sounds good.
Okay. I mean, the Gray is almost coming, but what about The Birds?
I don't like that movie as much as other people do. It's a little cheesy.
Yeah.
It feels dated when I watch it. The special effects with the whole that kind of stuff doesn't scare me as much. But I know it had a very powerful impact for people when they saw it. It's probably the Jaws of that time. So it still has a great ending with them walking through all those birds at the end, which is fucking great. So I guess if you want to put it there, because again, it's a classic, it's recognized as classic. I won't fight you on it. I just am not like drawn to put it that high on the list. But if you want to put it there, that's fine with me.
All right, we'll put The Gray over The Birds.
Hey, thank you.
The Gray rules.
It does.
What else should be over The Birds then?
Well, I've got. Well, what about Cujo? Would you want to put Cujo up there over The Birds?
No, Cujo is great.
Okay.
Yeah, Cujo's good.
Okay.
Okay, what else?
I have Open Water. Isn't that qualify with the shark?
I love open water as well.
Okay.
Hold on here. So wait, if we're doing Cujo, does that eliminate Man's Best Friend?
100%. I know some people like that one, but I think Cujo is the better film.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I do like Man's Best Friend. Okay. Wait. What was the one you just mentioned?
Open Water.
Open Water. Okay.
I can put that below the birds.
Is really good.
Yeah.
All right. What else is on this top 10 list of yours?
I don't want to go the water yet. Again, I have 2 of them in the water because they're not. But Crawl, I mean, the alligator film with from Alexander Aja. I thought that was a really good film. That's probably lower on the list.
All right, Crawl's good, but we need. Yeah, I think we need some other stuff. We need to have other discussions.
What about Cocaine Bear?
That's on. It's a possibility.
Okay, Anaconda. Go ahead. What do you got?
I mean, does arachnophobia count?
I guess.
Or is that an insect? It's not an animal.
No, I think it still counts. I didn't delineate in that way. I just have never been a big fan of any of those spider films.
All right, well, hold on. Okay, here's I've got a few here.
Okay.
Roar. You ever seen Roar?
No, I've never seen Roar.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've seen it. I saw it on the list when I was making my lists today, but I've never seen it.
Roar is first of all, Roar is definitely going on this list. Roar is extraordinary. First of all, it's like Melanie Griffith, right, and Tippi Hedren.
Oh wow, mom and daughter.
Yes, it's the whole family. They live with fucking lions. The father was into lions and shit. So I can't even describe this movie, but they're being attacked by lions. Like Melanie Griffith was actually mauled. She needed plastic surgery afterwards.
What?
Oh yeah, this is all true.
Wow.
It's insane, the movie. And it definitely belongs on this list. You should watch the trailer. The trailer alone will give you the gist. All right, I'm putting that on.
All right, Roar's on there.
Okay. So what about something like Hannibal or Snatch, where they feed people to the pigs?
I think now we're going out of the it's deep. Yeah. Because I mean, if we didn't have any more to choose from, I wouldn't mind going out into the outer areas of stuff. I don't want to The Revenant. You could argue, but you could argue The Revenant, but there's only one scene.
I see what you mean. Okay. Piranha.
Yeah, I like Piranha. I'll do Piranha.
Would you do the original or Piranha 3D?
No, the original. Although 3D, I know 3D is not bad. 2 is the terrible one, ironically. But but I would do the original.
We'll put that on the possibility list. I love The Shallows. I'm a big fan of
I was just going to suggest that. I think The Shallows should go in our top 10, even though it would be another shark film in the top 10. I think that film is excellent. And Blake, who I'm not the biggest fan of, is excellent in that movie. There are some legitimately scary moments in that fucking movie.
Put it on.
Okay.
Is something is Contagion or not Contagion? Is Outbreak allowed? Because that involves a little monkey. No, dude, the monkey's not attacking anybody. It wasn't intentional. He did bite somebody.
He bit somebody, but that was self-defense.
Okay. What about The Ghost in the Darkness?
I would be down with that. I like that movie.
Or Beast.
The Idris Elba one?
Yeah, Idris Elba fighting a lion.
Yeah, that was a surprisingly enjoyable watch.
Which one is better?
I mean, I think they're about equal in terms of quality, to be honest with you, even though there's more star power in Ghost in the Darkness. And it's based on a true story.
Would you put Crawl over those movies?
I would put Crawl. I think it's a tighter film.
Crawl is okay. I'm gonna put
right.
Crawl.
Don't you think? I think it is.
Yeah, no, Crawl is good.
What about The Edge? I mean, we're a couple of dudes.
I do. Does
The Edge qualify?
The Edge is definitely in the conversation. That's a good.
Okay.
Call.
Okay.
There's. Okay.
What else you got?
Alligator.
Sure.
Here's a good one. There's the Meg.
The Meg is fine. I don't think it's that great.
What
Go
about
ahead.
Grizzly Man?
But that's a documentary. They didn't like. It's like Chris Rock said. The tiger went tiger. Like the bear went bear. It wasn't a thing where like it was out of control killing. It did it because
a good inclusion on this list. Anaconda or Snakes on a Plane?
I think Anaconda would make it way over Snakes on a Plane because the kitsch factor of Anaconda is great. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, it spawned a whole other movie based on itself. That speaks volumes of the effect of that.
You may be right though with the Edge. That might be it.
Yeah.
So this would be our 10 right now. Okay.
Okay.
We can mess with the order, and if there's any other movies, the chat will tell us.
Okay.
Jaws.
Yes.
King Kong.
Yes.
The Gray.
Yes.
Cujo. The Birds. That's 5.
Yeah.
Open Water. Roar. The Shallows. Crawl. The Edge.
I gotta say that's a damn good list.
That is.
I don't know what could break through that would take any of those slots at this point.
See, people are saying Godzilla. No, that kind of stuff I don't like. Jurassic.
It's a radioactive thing.
Yeah, dinosaurs getting. Yeah, that's different. It's different than animals.
What about people love Lake Placid? Does Lake Placid rank in your top 10?
For me,
it's fine.
I'd rather have Ghost in the Darkness over that movie.
Right. Ed makes a good suggestion. Ben or Willard. The original Willard is really fucking good. The Ben is okay. I like Ben because of the Michael Jackson.
It has to be more than one scene, right? So it can't be My Girl. It can't be the bees and My Girl, right?
No.
It could be
again.
It could be The Swarm.
The Swarm could work, sure, if that was a good movie.
Pet Cemetery.
That's what do you call that?
Cat doesn't really attack.
Yeah, and it's more a commentary on like coming back from the dead, is the mysticism of it, right? Isn't that more? It's more of that
Arthur
than it
Rose
is anything else.
Gray out of there. Screw you, Arthur Rose. You're crazy.
Who said that? Arthur.
Rose.
Arthur, find your manhood.
Life.
The Shallows. Okay, so here's my list. I have Moby Dick, the original with Gregory Peck, which I think is amazing. The White Buffalo, the Charles Bronson cheesy 70s film. The Wolfman, technically, becomes a wolf. Technically, you could argue that's one in there. Planet of the Apes, they are apes. And they do attack humans. I don't know. Jaws 2, which I do like. And Orca, which is not good, but I like
Orca. I grew up with Orca. I was probably like one of those kids who, just like I saw Spaceballs before I saw Star Wars.
Yeah.
Just unfunny Spaceballs.
So Orca.
That's a joke that I stole from some prominent comedian, but
yeah.
No, the same thing. I probably saw Orca before I saw Jaws, so I always liked Orca and had a fondness for it.
Yeah.
Wait, Congo is a good one. Planet of the Apes should probably be on our list. No,
you think so? All right.
I mean, when animals attack, I don't know if it. This is obviously in honor of Primate, by the way, which is a movie where this ape is just like pulling people's faces off. It's wild.
Which one's that one?
Primate.
Oh, Primate. All right. I've never seen it. So I know I'm going to see it this weekend, but it can't go on our list.
Thumbs up. And that's what distinguishes us.
B. Howe's very upsetting. Planet of the Apes is not an animal attack movie. Well, they are apes and they enslave humans and attack them. I would argue. I mean, they throw nets on them. They put them in cages. I would argue that's an attack.
I like this list.
Okay.
I think we're going to cap it there. That's the list.
Okay.
Jaws, King Kong, The Gray, Cujo, The Birds, Open Water, Roar, The Shallows, Crawl, and The Edge. And I encourage everyone to go watch the trailer for Roar after this podcast.
I'm definitely going to watch it. All right, let's get into the questions. We've got 27 of them. Hopefully you guys send a few more here before we wrap up. Remember, the Streamlabs and Superchats are open. I just pinned the Streamlabs address in the chat a few minutes ago. So I was a little late on that. So if you want to send in through Streamlabs, please feel free to do so as well. But let's get into the questions here, Jeff. Tyler Folsom, is Pattinson being in the DCU still in question? So basically implying that these moves seem to be making a turn where he is going to be in the DCU. But I still think that's a question. Jeff, do you think it's?
I don't know. Here's what I do know.
Oh, you do know?
I know that they are. James Gunn is casting Wonder Woman.
Oh,
So
you do know that? Yeah.
And I'm told that Man of Tomorrow will feature a reference to Batman, but it won't physically have Batman in it.
Oh, interesting. Because they haven't cast him yet.
As far as I know.
That's what they did in Creature Commandos. Just have him show up in a lightning flash, but you don't see who it is. Interesting. Ding. At some point, though, the fans are going to be done with that. You know, the fans are going to be like, fucking cast the Batman already. Dinkus McNally says, hey, boys, love the show. Jeff, I was wondering if you have any scoops on Pixar's Donkeys in Space. What is that?
I don't think that's a real movie. I think that this person's pulling our leg.
Oh, that's a shame.
I don't know, though. I mean, it'd be funny if I was like, actually, I heard that so-and-so was writing the latest draft of the script. And then he's like, gotcha. It's not even real. This guy's a faker. This guy's a grifter. Shit.
Cody Hunt film saw Song Sung Blue last night and loved it. Had no expectations for it, but God, it was emotional. Both Jackman and Hudson were incredible. Recommend. Yeah, Kate Hudson got nominated for the
Everyone's
actor
saying
award.
Kate Hudson is fantastic in this movie, and I buy it. I do love Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
I have not seen the movie. I've heard nothing but good things. I did watch the documentary Song Sung Blue.
Yeah,
which was interesting. But yeah, for some reason I just wasn't in a rush to see this, and I didn't get any invites. I'll check it out when it hits the Plex for sure.
Okay.
Wait, to back it up on DC.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I heard some other stuff. Let me see.
Okay, DC. Here we go.
My things. It's like I heard that the Teen Titans stuff has hit some sort of snag, and I don't know if you'll be seeing that movie as soon as I thought you might be.
Okay, so not dead, but might be pushed back.
I'd heard. Remember that they were going to be casting it.
Yeah.
Last fall, and that obviously did not happen. So yeah, I don't think that is a priority necessarily. Okay. Sergeant Rock, there's no. I think that they'd still be down to make it, but there's no director.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I was talking to somebody and was just like, hey, I'm looking forward to Clayface. And they were like, oh, really? Script wasn't very good.
Oh, no.
So here's what I think will ultimately happen with DC. And I the craziest prediction, but I think you're going to see them focusing on the big movies, especially because Superman, did well, and we'll see how Supergirl does. But I think you're not gonna see so many we're making a tiny little $40 million movie, right? They'll wait and see how Clayface performs, all right? And if Clayface does well, which I think it will, maybe they'll be emboldened. But I don't think you're gonna see a lot of those movies. You're gonna have DC tentpoles, not DC risk taking time.
Not a surprise. I mean, a lot of fans said that afterwards. Why are you following up Superman with Clayface and Supergirl? Why aren't you following up with a Batman and a Wonder Woman to lay the foundations down for your DC? So it's not a surprise that they're going to start opening the door to that. I think it was a nice idea to explore smaller stuff. Certainly that's how James made his name, because no one expected anything out of Guardians of the Galaxy and hit like crazy. But at some point you've got to lay the foundations out first and then spring from there. So no surprise.
It sounds like he met with some folks before the holidays.
At Warner Brothers
for Wonder Woman.
Ooh, met with some. Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right. Chris Cabrera says, "Hey guys, I love the show. Would you guys ever consider a meet and greet or a live Q&A show?" I would 100% consider that, Jeff.
Chris Cabrera, come over right now, bro. What are you doing tonight? Nothing going on.
I think that might be something we aspire to do in 2026, Jeff, is a live show in LA. Maybe once a month we go up there and I come up there and we do a show.
Bro.
Yeah. Oh, screenings.
Series going.
That could be fun. Do a screening series and then have a Q&A afterwards. I think that's a great idea.
Dude, pull some fucking strings, bro.
Okay, man. I like this idea. Let's make that happen.
Let's do it. This is our year, Johnny.
Let's make it happen.
Talking to my brother about merchandise, guys. We're gonna get you guys these hats. You're gonna be wearing them soon.
Look at that. I need one. Mike Joyce N7 says, you mentioned wanting to get Roxy as a guest on here. I asked her about it on a Christian show, and she said she'd be happy to if you asked her. Well, sure, Mike, but we want her on the show, but she's always busy, so we'll have to line that up. But yeah, great. That's it's not like we can't ask her ourselves. We have her number 2, Mike. So just letting you know.
I was with her Saturday night. Where were you, bro? Where were you, Rocha? Where were you?
Well, Saturday night. What do you mean? What was going on set?
Christian Harloff was in town.
Oh yeah, bro. Listen, I was already scheduled to come up to LA. I don't come up to LA twice in a week. No fucking way, because I am absolutely wrecked.
Me, dude.
Oh yeah, it does. That's not how it works for me. Okay, people are like, hey man, have my leftovers. It's not how it works. I like to sleep in my bed. I like to drive up and drive back and sleep in my bed. I paid a lot for my mattress, and I get the most out of it. So,
bro, you should use my toilet though. It's I don't have a bidet. I'll come in though and I'll wash your ass by hand.
No thanks. No thanks. Tyler Folsom, those days are coming. Don't worry. Tyler Folsom, 9653. Does it seem Bone Temple's better than its script?
Didn't read its script. I have no idea what its script is like, other than my buddy saw a cut of this movie early on and didn't care for it. So I don't know. I'm seeing more mixed reactions as I thought I would.
As more screenings are happening?
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
Yeah. Dixon Sider 3034 says the Housemaid is at 133 million. Marty Supreme is at 70. Yeah, sure, but how many Oscar nominations are there for the Housemaid? Oh, wait, none. Ooh. So there's a balance. There's always a balance, guy. Yeah, like use your brain. There's always a balance.
I think these movies will both do pretty well over the next few weeks. So
Marty Supreme is at 100 million. So I don't know what this guy's talking about. Marty Supreme is at 100 million.
Talking about?
Yeah. So like
you're even look, you're Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet paid homage to your boy recently on the red carpet.
He is, dude. That guy's amazing. Yeah. Oh, some people, man. All right. Anyway, Mike Joyce, Daniel Day-Lewis in the Donkeys in Space movie. Yeah, absolutely. Gallia Productions. See that news with Dwayne Johnson and JJ? Is there more announcements with Dwayne Johnson?
Everybody. Dwayne Johnson thinks he has a movie with everybody. He's tackled one too many times.
I did the tram tour yesterday at Universal Studios, and they are shooting Jumanji on the set. And we rode by one of the areas. The Rock's gym was out there, and it has the Polynesian logo. I think it's BMF Gym, Bad Motherfucker Gym. And I looked inside. Some of that equipment is massive. Like I'm like, that makes all the sense in the world. And I really wanted to jump out of the tram and go in there and like do a workout with The Rock. I was like, can I do a workout with The Rock? I didn't do it, but it was great to see that because he'd probbe kill me.
I don't think I could even bench press The Rock's piss bottle.
That Shadow 790 says, I think John Lithgow for the dad would be my pick unless he's still filming Potter. He is a really damn good actor. I just don't know if I see him necessarily Sebastian Stan's dad. It's got to be like Pierce is the way. Sebastian's a good looking dude. You've got to find like a former main, Michael Douglas would be an excellent choice as well. Gotta find someone.
Guy. Marvel just beat everybody to the punch.
It's true. No, they were the only game in town for a bit. Thank you, Lampposts. Jay Scotty for real says, have you seen No Other Choice? Felt very much like Parasite in a lot of ways, but the ending was too subtle and unsatisfying to reach the same heights. I like the movie. I think it's subtle, but I liked it was subtle. Well, what did you see this one, Jeff?
I did. I thought it was just okay. I thought it was a little disappointing, to be honest. So I'm more on the Jay Scotty for real side.
All right. Fair point. Cody Hunt Film says Billy Bob Thornton or David Morse as Dent's dad.
This ain't the 90s, bro.
Yeah, I was just going to say, none of those guys have the same cachet on screen. They have cachet on TV, but not on screen.
Who's the it was Duvall. I was like, who's the dad in Widows?
Oh, yeah, Duvall.
He's too old.
Yeah, he is too old. He'd be the granddad. Christopher AO2 says, I saw that Dice in Space Room with Daniel Day. Leaker said after that movie with his son, he's doing that next. Thoughts. That's what? Is this growing? Is this a real thing? Are people just now just going yes and with this shit?
It's got to be this is Christian Harloff's doing. I smell him.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Space.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's something Christian would pitch me.
Shoes and beef. Gregory Doptrue says, "Hi, Hot Mike fellows. Love to you. You are a blessing. It's sad, but yes, it's sad, but I haven't read a book for maybe 25 years since my eyesight changed. Read if able." All right, thank you, Gregory. Yeah, people read.
Gregory, I will read you a book, baby. You tell me, and we'll read a page every night. I'll call you every night for
there you
3
go.
minutes.
That could be one of our patron.
Yeah, I'll call you every night for 3 minutes, read you a story.
There you go. Future Zeitgeist Dimension says, "I'm 30 minutes late on the stream. If Tom Cruise came to my movie set, they wouldn't let him shoot because he's Tom Cruise." That is true. Probably true. Connor Przalomski says, "What are you guys' thoughts on another SAG strike?"
There's a guy who had every opportunity to direct whatever he wanted the last 30 years and has never, ever done anything like it. Never even had a story about him, like, considering it, like you have Matt Damon and other guys.
Yeah. I bet there wasn't any film in the camera, and they were like, "Go ahead, Tom, grab that camera, take a shot, dude."
You know, I realize people are like, "Well, he just directs every movie that he's in." Really, he's the guy, calling the shots. Like, I want to
Shadow
that, but
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Connor Przalomski, what are you guys' thoughts on another SAG strike? In my opinion, the industry really can't afford to let something like that happen again this upcoming negotiation cycle. Fuck, man, if there's another strike, you can just shut the whole goddamn town down, honestly. Like, fuck it. Yeah. Just go move on.
The only thing I know is that in the end, greed will win.
Yep. They will. The studios will laugh at them striking as they make AI movies. I saw a Star Wars AI movie today, and I saw some of it today, and I was like, oh, man, we're just getting closer and closer.
I need somebody to make me a Ted Bundy movie with a young Tom Cruise. I watched last night, John, the 3-hour TV movie with Mark Harmon, The Deliberate Stranger. This was released in 86, I think, before Bundy was executed.
I remember this one. No, it's true, because I think it was just after or just before summer school. And I remember like being shocked that he was playing Ted Bundy, a serial killer. Mark used to have a desire to do interesting shit. He got into the NCIS train and that stopped, but he's always had the chops.
He was good. It was an interesting watch last night.
Yeah. What's the one with Tommy Lee Jones, Fatal Vision, or whatever it is? Like, that's a great TV series too, if you haven't seen that, dude.
I don't think I have.
Based on a true story too. Connor Przalomski. Oh, sorry, you already said. Sorry about that, Connor. Dingus McNally. Hey, Hot Mike boys. Is it true?
What listeners we have? Connor Przalomski. Dingus McNally. Guys.
Keep sending in, Dingus. Keep sending in, because I'm not gonna get. There you go. Cody Hunt. A few more names. Stellan Skarsgård. Slang. Who is Slang? I don't know who Slang is. Or Bruce Greenwood. Maybe Stephen Lang. Maybe he's trying to say Stephen Lang.
Yes, he is.
Bruce Greenwood. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, beats me.
Okay. Ray Dominguez
I like all those calls.
Yeah. Just got here sending support. Thank you, Ray. Love those cheeks, bro. Plus, though, one sees better chance of happening. Margot returns as Harley or Pattinson in the DCU Batman. I don't think Margot's ever returning as Harley.
Yeah, I think Pattinson has a better chance of happening.
Yeah. I think she did that, got Barbie, and she's never going back. Arthur Rose, H1D. KK has more losses than wins in Star Wars, Jeff, be honest. Star Wars.
That's what we talked about, yeah.
So limited.
Arthur's counting. He keeps the score.
From May to December of 2021, she had this many losses.
Wins. And
the Luardo. Happy New Year's, boys. Love your show, as you know. Thank you, Luardo. Keen to know what your plans are for the show in 2026. The world needs more Hot Mike.
That's true.
we just are talking about merchandise. We're looking at a Patreon. We're going to set that up. And then, as someone suggested, doing live shows. I think that's absolutely, or a screening series. That's something we can explore for sure, depending on, what we can work out. But yeah.
The Netflix deal, guys. Get us on Netflix. Write your local congressman.
If Bill Simmons can get his fucking podcast on Netflix, we should be able to get our podcast. We should be able to be on the Ringer Network. Because I love the Midnight Boys, don't get me wrong, but we should be on. No? You got a fly going.
Build our own network.
Yeah, it's true. Support this topic, said Ray Dominguez. Thank you, Ray.
Woo!
For this topic, sorry. Matt Lannon says the Batman is an Adam West episode done by Fincher. Give me Egghead. Also, American Psycho news. Yeah, Jeff's kind of been quiet on the American Psycho.
Next.
All right. Cody Hunt Films. Hear me out. Gremlins, Jumanji, Beethoven. Right, exactly. There you go. Kathleen Kennedy. Brody Bruce, 007. Any word on voice casting big names for Donkey Space? There we go. Keep sending stuff in. We'll keep making the money off it. CB the Legend 11. We're back. X-Men trailer got me hyped. Hashtag video. Yeah, Jeff, take your victory lap. You were right. It looks like the Wakanda and Fantastic Four situation is the new trailer. Some of the images have leaked. Some of the footage is leaked, which I haven't seen. But that is the new trailer. You called it 2 weeks ago.
Yancey Street, bitches.
We would get the X-Men trailer, then Wakanda and Fantastic Four. That's what's happening. People denigrate your sources, but you're right. So, do you have any news coming up for the Avengers? What's next on the Avengers Doomsday trailers? Are there a fifth trailer? Is there a sixth trailer? What are you hearing? Are you hearing anything?
You guys missed it. There was an Ant-Man trailer, but it was super small.
No. No. All right, let's move on. Talk Developer says, award season is upon us. Yes, it is. Rocha, when you studied acting at Florida State, was there one film performance you would study like a painting to help you with your craft? No, man, that's not. No, I guess no. Just actors.
Rocha studied the beach, dude. He went to Florida State.
No, that's not true. I never saw the beach once while I was there. No, you study a lot of actors. You study technique is what you study. That's what you study when you're there, and you learn how to do that technique. And I enjoyed doing it, but I got cast in a lot of shows, but in the end, just wasn't for me, man. In the end, looks like we just have 2 shoo-ins this year for the Oscars. Jesse and Timmy, better than last year, I guess. Supporting actor, actress are up in the air, in my opinion. I think Best Picture is done. It's one battle after another, and there's no question in my opinion.
I agree. I don't know that Jesse or Timmy are locks.
Oh, come on. Stop it. They're locks. Come on.
I think they're front runners, but I don't know if they're locks.
All right.
Supporting actor, wide open.
Completely wide open.
Supporting actor, wide open.
Especially with a Lordy winning recently at the Critics' Choice, which was a nice surprise. Yeah. Any of the award, I mean, listen, I know you love to be the cool kid in class and say you don't like the award shows and you like to pick your favorite movie of the year as a movie that's not even come out in 2025. But like, what do you think about these award situations?
I think it's boring. I think it shows a lack of imagination. I think again, we haven't really seen the industry vote on much until like the DGA nominations, and SAG nominations showed up in the last couple of days. It's just been critics and they just get together and just like, all right, like this is done, right? Everybody can agree. This is the best. And and there's never any dissent. It's wild to me.
Okay.
Like these are 2 divisive movies. Like I don't even understand how you can look at them otherwise. Like I'm shocked that it's just such a unanimous thing that no critics group went for like Eddington or like some weirdo fucking choice. Everyone's just like, yep, it's one battle, the end, over. Because everyone has to be like right? It's like they're trying to predict the Oscars now. I can't stand it. It's just like this useless conformity. It serves nobody.
Okay. Well, I have to say, as someone who's in these organizations, no one ever talks to me about what they vote on. No one tells me what to vote on. I vote my conscience. And I do think One Battle After Another is the best film of the year, Oscar-wise, 100%. That's why I voted that way. And I have no problem. I was thinking of posting my ballots online and being like, this is what I voted for. And I say transparency all the time. I need to show transparency and show you what I voted for. So, yeah.
Okay, I mean, and I get that. I'm sure a lot of critics.
But listen, I don't disagree with you that there are cliques within these critics organizations and they vote for certain things. That's high school. Everything is high school. So I'm not. Yeah, but for me, I stay out of that shit. Ray Dominguez says the hot mic will return in Avengers Doomsday.
And it's more just that like you would think that you get a room full of critics together and no one should be able to agree on anything, right? It should be 100 different people who have 100 different idea of what the best movie is. And yet all of a sudden these days, just like in the NBA, everyone's just like singing Kumbaya, and they're like, yeah, let's all agree to just, and they just go along to get along. No one wants to be the outlier who stands out and says, actually, what are we doing? It's not one battle after another. It's something else.
But that's always been the case, Jeff. Like, a bunch of critics got together and nominated The Godfather for best film. Are you telling me that's not the best film of 1970? Like this, it's always been the case. The critics get together and vote, and as a body, what they want it to be. And arguably, nowadays, it's a more diverse cross-section of critics.
Concerned that every single critics group in America has the same opinion, and that's not a concern to you?
Sometimes they're right. Sometimes they're right. Isn't that how it works? That it's one film that rises above them all, and it's because a number of critics groups feel that it is the best movie, and that bleeds its way into the Oscars. Sometimes it's that way. Sometimes it isn't.
Sure, but I think it also has to do with a lack of, curiosity, quite frankly.
That's very possible.
That everyone's seen the same 100 movies, and so it's easy to say what that is. If you've seen 200, it's a lot harder.
Right.
I mean, not that it needs to be a contest, but I don't know. It's just disconcerting that people see the movies that they're supposed to see, rather than because they have no taste of their own.
Okay. CB the Legend says, is Doomsday really 3 hours and 45 minutes? That's what was reported, but it hasn't officially been said that it's 3 hours. Well, what do you think, Jeff? Do you know?
I do not think it will end up being that long, no.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm fitting all those characters. Robert Sanchez says, will there be a 2028 Star Wars movie, or Lucasfilm may skip a year after Starfighter?
I don't know, but I think that there is still time to get a movie out by 2028.
It would have to start shooting this year sometime soon, I think, to get out by 2028 with post-production and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it could start shooting top of next year.
You do? And be out maybe out by December of 2028 or May of 2028, you think? All right.
A lot of these movies are being turned around pretty quickly these days. What do you think Jurassic World was? That was like a year.
That's true. Fair point. John Ashford, 6897. Stephen Lang for Dent's father. Sure.
Again, I thought he was amazing in Avatar. Thought he was amazing.
Good actor. He's always been a good actor. I go back with Stephen Lang to Crime Story. Motherfucking Dennis Farina and Stephen Lang, Crime Story. That's a fucking show, dog. That's a fucking show.
And what is Batman?
What do you mean?
It's a crime story.
Crime Story. That's right. Yeah. Good work. Wayne, what's up, Wayne Edwards? Good to see Wayne in here. Happy New Year, fellas. I finally watched Avatar Fire and Ash. Beautiful looking, redundant, and way too long. Agree. A couple of interesting arcs do happen with Weaver and Lang's characters, but that's it. Where do they go from here? I don't know, man. The kids is the next step. What is that? There, yeah. Respect, bro. Respect, bro.
Dude, you can see it. I fucking busted out the DVD player this week.
Look at that.
I've been going through old shit. It's wild. These DVD menus. It's like repeating every 15 seconds. It's crazy. Sorry. Wayne. Yeah. Okay, I watched Avatar Beautiful. We're done. Where do they go from here? I don't know where James Cameron's imagination takes them, but I imagine it'll be not totally different, but I think that 4 and 5 will look substantially different than 2 and 3.
I think it'll be about the kids. I think they're going to move Sam Worthington and Zaldana to the side. It's going to have to focus on the kids. They're going to be in their 20s. That's what's going to be focusing on, I think. Eddie Aledia says, Jeff, you'll love and hate 2 of my top 5 movies, Life of Chuck and Lost Bus. Loved Hamill, and Lost Bus deserves a theater experience. There you go.
Life of Chuck. Yeah, Hamill was good in Life of Chuck. I had no problem with his performance in that movie. It's a good year for Hamill, which is why he was included in that THR roundtable. Lost Bus. Yeah, man, I wish I'd seen the Lost Bus in a theater. I think that would have been awesome, but that's not how the cookies crumbled.
Agreed. Gallia Production says, see the news. JJ's new movie got a new title called The Great Beyond.
Much better than Ghost Rider. I never thought that Ghost Rider would be the actual title. The Great Beyond makes a lot of sense for what, I'd heard was the premise of this movie, which is being kept very hush-hush. But that it was, involved like a fantasy type of author whose, fantasy land is actually real. The Great Beyond fits that to a T.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Tom Hiffman says, what is your setup for screening movies at home?
You're looking at it, bro.
Yeah, I watch it on, I have a 65-incher in the room, a LG TV OLED. I have a Sonos sound system and I have a PS5. That's how I watch. And I watch them in 4K if I can. But I do have DVDs. I do have old DVDs, which I cherish because they are stuff that they didn't get it to transfer to Blu-ray. Go Giants 1091 says, so I was thinking recently, could the way to do Batman be different in Gunn's DCU to adapt Ben Affleck's script to the big screen? Just go full-on prison break raid action mode with first Batman outing. Just me. I mean, I like that idea, but that doesn't sound like Brave and the Bold to me. So
I have no idea. I mean, I would love to see Batman in the middle of the raid work his way through a fucking tower full of nuts. That would be amazing.
Just play the Blade music.
Yeah, like him. You took the words out of my mouth. Believe me, it took everything it took everything in me not to make a penis joke 2 minutes ago. Yeah, listen, I think there's a lot of cool things that they could do with Batman. It's just a matter of do they want to, or are they trying to, do something that's like cohesive.
Yeah. Wayne Edwards says, I'm catching up on films I missed last year. We watched Relay last night. That was a really smart movie that kept me guessing until it takes an underwhelming plot turn towards the end. You were right about it, Jeff, overall. Yeah, that's on HBO Max, I think. Or
Let this be a lesson, guys. I'm right about everything. I'm never wrong about anything. And Relay is fantastically written. I understand that some people have been underwhelmed by said plot turn towards the end of the movie. It completely worked for me, and it has held up on rewatch. I don't understand why it doesn't work for some people, but hey, some people are smarter than I. Wayne, you may be one of them.
Maybe. Go Giants 1091 says, just finished Rob Reiner's The American President. Good film. Liked it a lot. Michael Douglas was great. Need a man in the office like him now more than ever. Oh.
Yes. I would love to see Michael Douglas run.
Yeah. Let's go. Someone like him. For sure. Yeah. It's rough out there right now. Geeky Gal 7331 says, Happy New Year, guys. All the support. Been part of the heated rivalry hive since Thanksgiving. I really think we got two potential superstars emerging from the show in Hudson Williams and Connor Story. I have not seen this. I asked my friend, Michael Vogel last night at Geek Buddies, should I watch this as the resident homosexual on Geek Buddies? And he's like, if you can deal with some of the physical stuff, it's not a bad show because it makes a really good turn in the second episode or third episode, and you go right to the end on the show. So I may give it a chance here, Jeff. It's only 6 episodes.
Doesn't seem like it would be for me, to be honest. But
okay.
Hey, I love Pillion. So you never know. These guys do seem like they are emerging stars. Very curious to see what they book going forward. Yeah.
Doug Doe says, agreed with the Ringer. Rocha and Van Lathan would be fired. I had a chance to meet him the other day. Didn't get it at the Comic-Con. And unfortunately, he was there with a bunch of people and we didn't hook up. But I would love to sit down with Van Lathan, man. That dude's, I respect that dude on so many levels.
No fucking good for you? What am I, fucking chopped liver?
I didn't say over you. I just said it would be great to hang out with him. If we get him on the show, it'd be a blast.
Hey.
Zion Miguel says, is it surprising that Sebastian Stan has a better acting career recently outside of the MCU than Chris Evans, an Oscar nom, better movies? Thoughts on A Different Man? Well, Jeff spoke about Different Man.
Is it surprising?
That's what he's asking.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. not surprising at all.
I think it's a little bit surprising for sure, but considering the dude was
Captain America and one played sidekick.
Exactly. You would think you'd have a little more cachet to get into these roles, but Sebastian Stan, even in the Captain America movies, he was able to play some really interesting levels with the emotions that were going on with that character. So
only one of them played Galooly.
Oh, he was great. Dude, so great in that movie. I'm due for a rewatch on that one, especially before Supergirl. That Shadow 790, Jeff, who were you referring to as someone else that's been quiet?
You think I can tell you that? I can't tell you that. I'll tell Rocha after the show, though. He's going to lose his fucking mind.
Wow, interesting. Okay, I can't wait. John Burkhardt, 8429. Just watched The Fall from 2006 with Lee Pace. Absolutely beautiful. Have either of you seen it? Yes, I did.
Yeah, big fan of The Fall. Saw it a couple times, actually. Really, really good. Tarsem is very talented.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, this is wild. This is an old movie for John, right? This is like, dude, I just watched The Fall, 2006, man. It's old. Like, you guys seen this old movie? I'm old now. Holy shit.
Yeah, bro. Welcome to the club.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that being one of those like art favorites. Like people were like, "Did you see The Fall? You got to see The Fall?" And I watched it on home video, and I thought it was stunning. And I kicked myself for not having seen that in the theater because I do like Lee Pace and Tarsem, as you said, is an amazing film.
I reviewed it. Maybe for
CB the Legend. Campy and Robert Brynner are giddy after learning the Doomsday plot and think 3 billion is possible now. Spill the beans, Jeff.
I'm not allowed to. And why would I want to? Right? Like,
yeah.
That's the thing I don't get. And I don't understand I also don't understand like well, I know what it is and you don't. I just I'm not into spoiling movies. I'm into finding out who's going to be in movies.
Yeah.
Like giving away plot details. So
yeah. Ray John Clyde TV says watched Molly's Game today. Solid movie. I agree. It is a damn good movie. Favorite Jessica Chastain performance? Mine, Scenes from a Marriage. I'd love to see her in True Detective. Oh, favorite Jessica Chastain performance, Jeff? That's a good question. Probably the Zero Dark 30. She's stellar in that movie, man.
She's good.
I love that.
She's good in everything. I love Jessica Chastain. I like her new movie Dreams that's coming out. Molly's Game. I mean, it might be Molly's Game. I actually really like that movie where she's the weapons lobbyist.
Oh yeah, what was the name of that
title? I don't know. I forget what. I don't know. I'd have to look at the Chastain list, but she's very talented. I really do like her.
Yeah,
and she's
Miss.
So
Miss Sloan? Is that the one? Was it Miss Sloan?
Yeah. That was it. But yeah, she's like on another level of gorgeous.
Oh sure, yeah. But so good. I mean, just so good. I wish she'd go back to her Zero Dark 30 days. I wish we could get something more gritty from her at some point. She's so good. Robert Sanchez says, any news about the next Planet of the Apes movie? No. Jeff, do you know anything?
No, I figured that we'll hear about a director in the next couple months, but I'm surprised nothing has leaked yet.
Wiley UFC says, and gonna watch The Pit tonight. Jeff's already watched it
tonight. I watched the first 9 episodes of The Pit. It is really good. Just a crazy, gory show these days. Like, I'm eating my food, and I would literally have to like look away from the screen because I've seen everything as a horror fan. There's just shit in like it's why I couldn't watch Nip Tuck. I was just like, this is too much.
Oh yeah.
It's really good.
I agree. It's good. Doug Developer says, oh, and when's the next Cinephiles episode? What film? We're going to be going into Rob Reiner next week. We're going to do another episode of our compiled shorts. That'll be what drops tomorrow. But Steve and I are going to have conversations back from New Zealand about what we're going to do next. It might just be a Rob Reiner conversation for an hour and a half. And then we're going to jump into When Harry Met Sally and A Few Good Men. Quincy Ryan, 5832. Pierce and Vigo are inspired choices. Just look at IMDb's list of actors in their 60s, and I'm not mad at Bryan Cranston or Sean Bean either. Yeah, Sean Bean wouldn't be bad.
I keep hearing about Sean Bean, the Batman. I mean, is that the case?
Ooh, I can see it.
Cranston would be fucking great.
Yeah, Cranston would be.
Imagine Hanks. Hanks, Road to Perdition mode.
I kind of maybe. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. That performance grows more the more you watch it, the farther away you get from it. It's such a great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're always right about movies like I am, John. You knew you were. I was right the first time. As soon as I saw Road to Perdition, I was like, "This is an amazing movie.
Yeah,
Way better than One Battle After Another." If that movie came out this year, it would have won Best Picture already. They would have already moved up the awards.
Road to Perdition, you think is better than One Battle After Another?
Only by 1 or 3 million times.
You're insane. You're insane. CV the Legend 11 says, "Are we getting the other OG X-Men in Doomsday?"
By the way, between those movies,
What?
there are some similarities between those movies when you think about it.
Yeah.
Look, the father and the kid, and
Who's the biracial marriage in that movie? Tell me, who's the biracial kid in that movie?
Are we getting the OG X-Men in Doomsday? What do you think? It's just James Marsden, CV the Legend? You think he's just showing up there alone?
Yeah, they've already announced some of them, but I don't know if we're going to get Halle Berry or Famke Janssen, even though they both claim they're not.
Isn't Alan Cumming in it?
Yeah, kind of, but he's like from the second movie, not from the first movie. And I think that's what they're saying. OG. We'll see. Fiona George, thank you, Fiona George. Very kind of you. Thanks for sending in the support. Very, very kind of you. Let's see if we got any Streamlabs, Jeff, because that's the end of the super chats. Holy shit. Yeah, a few of these. Let's go. Samo, hey, folks, welcome back. I just saw Full Metal Jacket for the first time. Great movie. Anyway, favorite Stanley Kubrick movies. Well, 2001 is always my number one. So I'll give you that, Samo. That's all you get.
That's a film critic pick if there ever was one.
Ah, suck my dick, man. That is a good fucking movie. There's some shit you come for. I'm like, okay. But don't come for 2001. That is a fucking excellent film. Just because you don't get it. Just because you don't get it doesn't mean it's not an excellent fucking movie.
I tried to watch it in college, and I was like, there aren't enough drugs on this campus for me to enjoy this movie.
I know. Too much intelligence.
Those fucking apes at the beginning.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not
what is his best movie? Oh, geez, that's tough. I mean,
wouldn't you say Clockwork Orange for you? That seems to be your type of movie. That would be your number one.
I think it's The Shining. I think The Shining.
Yeah.
And then Clockwork Orange, and then Full Metal Jacket.
Right on. Full Metal. See, Full Metal falls apart in the second half of the movie. That's why I don't think it's that great.
It's definitely not as good in the second half.
Yeah. It's like Saving Private Ryan. It's not good after the
Clockwork Orange isn't as good in the second half.
I 100%. That's also why it's not my top. Yeah.
That's why The Shining's number one, because The Shining is as good in the second half.
Yeah, it is a great film. It is. Samo says, who you got winning the college football playoff Final Four? Jeff, do you even know who's in the college football playoff Final Four? I feel like you don't.
Great is The Killing. The Killing is really good.
Oh, yeah. The OG Killing? Yeah.
Do I know who's in the college Final Four? Dude, I don't know who is in the fucking college 100. I have no idea. Is Notre Dame good?
No, they didn't even make the final cut. Indiana. I think Indiana's going to win the whole thing. The game is going on right now. Ole Miss is ahead of Miami 7.
Nebraska, Texas, hook 'em horns. Yeah.
Those are old picks, bro. Jeffrey says, a while ago, Nexus Point News reported that Benedict wants Sam Mendes to direct DS3. Obviously, Mendes won't direct as he is too busy with the Beatles, but considering Benedict wants a big name with Doctor Strange and has studio experience, who do you think Marvel will eventually hire?
That's what I wanted to talk about today.
Okay, go ahead.
Who do I think Marvel will eventually hire for Doctor Strange 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought you said that's what you want to talk about today.
I want to talk about Marvel, yeah.
Oh, okay. I asked you about the Doomsday stuff.
I know. I forgot.
Do you want to talk about Marvel?
This is what I want to talk about with Marvel.
Okay.
Blade is dead.
Whoa!
Blade is dead.
Are you officially reporting that, or is that a rumor, or are you saying that from your sources, Blade is dead?
It's a rumor.
Okay.
I'm hearing Blade is dead and that it is a Midnight Suns movie. He will not be introduced in a solo movie. He'll be introduced in Midnight Suns.
Wow. I mean, that's how you don't crack Blade, is you just put him in another movie. You don't have to crack it anymore. You just put him in another movie. But
I think it's just gotten to the point where it's just like, I don't think you're going to get your own movie. Like, we can't have like a 60-year-old Mahershala Ali, renting new comic book movies. So I think it's going to be Midnight Suns.
Wow. Any idea on who's going to direct that?
No.
Okay. All right.
But people have been very quiet. People have been very quiet out there. We talked about some of those people last week on the pod.
Oh yeah.
People are just I don't know. See.
Oh yeah.
Kobe Bryant movie's still out there too, man.
That what? The Kobe Bryant movie?
Bryant movie at Warner Brothers beckoning somebody talented and most
that feels like a Shaka movie.
Yeah.
And this is why you stick around to the end of the show, people, because you never know what's going to drop based on
what's going to come out of my mouth or what I forgot to say. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I hear is that Blade as a solo movie. Wow, I don't think that's going to happen.
Wow. Well, who do you think is going to be done for Doctor Strange 3? I don't know, man.
I have no clue. I mean, they could. I don't know. Garrett.
I don't know.
Harris. No. Who? Let me think.
Who's out?
James. No. I don't know.
I don't know. David Leitch. Ray, Jeff and John, do you think Damson Idris is playing Black Panther in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars? Because it's been way too quiet since the success of F1. Jeff, you're talking about people being way too quiet. Does that qualify you?
He has been too quiet since F1. Like, that's a big breakout performance in a movie that made $600 million worldwide.
Yeah.
Very strange that he has not really booked anything major. Unless, of course, he has.
He has. Gregory Dopp, True Micro Dopp says, I like and love Kathleen Kennedy's work. I've been a fan of ILM since Star Wars came out. Saw it multiple times in theaters. I don't understand the hate, but opinion is that. I'm from Minneapolis. We've had enough of random hate. Love your shows. Greg, personally, for me, sending you all a shit ton of love as you're dealing with the madness that happened yesterday. And so I hear you, bro. Random hate's got to go.
Totally great.
Yeah. I don't know how anyone can see that. I know we're not that show, but I don't know how anyone can see that video and think it isn't what it was, which was murder, and look themselves in the mirror. I just don't. The hate is always going to be there because she's a woman in charge of a franchise, and a lot of the anti-woke people love to go after any women who are in charge of anything. But we'll see how they react to Filoni, because I got a feeling they're going to turn on Filoni as well. Samuel says that on the actors formerly SAG Awards nominations and the controversy of the big snubs. Are they? I mean, like, sentimental value is snubbed. I get, yeah. My friend is one of the people who works on it. She texted me immediately. It was like, "What do you think of the awards?" And I told her I don't understand how Pluribus wasn't nominated for Best Drama Series. I don't understand how Sentimental Value didn't get any nominations, considering how many people have been nominating them all across the critics organizations. What do you think, Jeff? Was there anything for the SAG Award nominations or Actor Award nominations that surprised you?
Your mic's skipping a little bit, but
sorry.
Well, I mean, I was surprised by the international shutout for sure. It's not going to happen at the Oscars, so there's going to be a lot of changes. And if there's a lot of changes, it's like, well, why are we even looking at this as like a major predictor of things? Honestly, I'm struggling to write my annual If I Had a Ballot feature because I'm just not passionate about any of these Oscar movies. Like, I really could kind of care less about awards this year.
Wow.
Certainly about anything besides the Oscars, like the Globes, SAG. Like, again, who is calling these the Actor Awards? Do you call Twitter X?
That was Netflix. I can tell you
I realize it's all for marketing. It's still the fucking SAG Award nominations at the end of the day.
I agree.
Just goes along with it, right? Because they're told to go along with it by some publicist. Actually, we're calling it this for branding purposes. Listen, I don't give a fuck what you call it. I'm calling it the SAG nominations, just like I'll always call Twitter. Nobody's calling it X.
Yeah, I feel that way about Prime Video. The publicists always tell me, can you please say Amazon MGM? And I'm just like, it's Prime Video. Everybody knows it's fucking Prime Video. It's Amazon Prime. It's Prime Video. Like, why do we have to? But yeah.
Anyways, just like a very, very weak year. I was surprised that like Odessa as
Azion.
That she's getting now like the nominations over Gwyneth Paltrow, and I think Gwyneth Paltrow is doing a lot of like she's really classing up that movie and doing some heavy lifting. And it's not that Odessa, it doesn't give an impressive performance, but I thought for sure that Gwyneth Paltrow would be like mopping up nominations this season. I'm surprised that like everybody in Sinners is being nominated except for the person who I thought easily gave the best performance, which is Delroy.
Yeah.
Like so bizarre. That's just, a personal taste thing. There's a bunch of like weird questions like that, but I just don't put a lot of stock in this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like that they're spreading the wealth a little bit in the different organizations. Like Elordi winning a Critics' Choice, like I mentioned, but like, you're seeing other people getting nominated who other people have said, like, why aren't they considering this person? And so I like that there's enough spreading of the wealth, but it's clear that it's a top heavy year, Jeff. Like it's like 4 or 5 movies that are getting the nominations for just about all the top.
Sentimental Value, I didn't love. Like I liked it. I'm surprised it didn't get anything, but like it's not like a huge shock.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a fascinating thing to look at. How much is Netflix putting their fingers in the pie of these nominations? And that's what I wonder about. Because Netflix is notorious with wanting to put their fingers on things. That's how they drove out the Avatar creators to do their own live action version of it. And we've seen that with other stuff that they've done. They're the ones that changed the name from SAG to Actor Awards, which is stupid. Nobody cares about it. It's fucking dumb branding. But so I would not be surprised if they were like, we need to only be having, like no international. This is not the year for international nominations on our award show. So I would not be surprised if there was some shit going on behind the scenes like that.
I just think that they have enough. It's about manpower, right? It's about resources that you can devote to these movies. And they have so many people and so many things to campaign for.
Yeah.
And you can just reach more voters than some of these smaller places.
Right. Because I'd hate to think that the voting body of the SAG, like my fellow SAG actors, I would hate to think that they became fucking ethnocentric. We're like, well, or whatever, jingoistic. Like it's only American actors or American adjacent actors, but no foreign actors should be done. Yeah.
It speaks to a lack of curiosity. I think that they're seeing the movies that they're presented with and the movies that their friends are talking about, which are mostly English language movies and that kind of stuff. And everybody's just being more basic as fuck. Like, and that's especially true of SAG because it's 150,000 people and you have like a 2,500 or 3,000 person nom-com nominating committee. Like that's why the Academy has always been the only organization that matters to me because it's curated. It's supposed to be the cream of the crop, the best of the best, and it's only 10,000 people. So the tastes are more refined theoretically. Yeah.
Karyn, I mean, I know Jeff didn't like Ham. I loved Hamnet. I'm with Karyn.
The third act of Hamnet.
Yeah. But the
first half I thought was like unwatchable.
To me, that's the battle. For me, Hamnet and one battle after another. That's the battle in my head when I look at it. But I go for one battle because I think that's more of an Oscar type of film to be Best Picture. But Hamnet's like the Shakespeare in Love versus Saving Private Ryan situation, right? Which I like Shakespeare in Love more than Saving Private Ryan. I do. But I don't know if I can give it in this case, So that's but Hamnet is exceptional. Let's see here. Parasite won Best Oscar recently. LOL. Yeah. Dummy. No one's saying that foreign films aren't in contention for stuff in the past. We're talking about this year, LOL. This year, LOL. The difference. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Where are we at here? We got one more. Sorry, Jeff. Chris. Hey guys, any Top Gun 3 updates? You think this is something Paramount would want to prioritize? You think?
Yeah. Jeff? I mean, I think that they're taking their sweet time, number one. I think if they had to work out all those, like the screenplay, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
That was like a delay of sorts. I think if they had to reevaluate after Mission Impossible's box office performance.
Yeah.
Like how much do we want to spend on this and all that kind of stuff. So, and then you have to navigate Joko's schedule. So there's a lot of obstacles.
Yeah. And where does and Tom apparently had to repair his relationship with David Ellison for them to go forward working together. So that's got to kind of work itself out as well. All right, let's see. Two last Streamlabs, I think, Super Chats, and then we'll be out of here. Jeff, let's see here. What do we got? Rage on Psych. Clyde TV says, any interest from y'all in seeing The Plague?
Thumbs up on The Plague. I like The
Okay.
Plague. Really strong child performances. I wish the movie was a little bit better, but it's very, very well directed. That guy's a talent. Excited to see what he does next.
Is that the Edgerton film?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to see that. Kyle Ray says, any news on Pixar Donkeys in Space? We'll go for that. Paul Hitchcock, 3:45 runtime for Avengers Doomsday. Also, Jeff, have you tracked down Shadow 19 script by John Spates yet? It's a solid read, perfect for Alan Richardson.
Ooh, I do like Alan Richardson type vehicles. Yeah. No, I haven't heard of that one. But thanks for putting it on my radar, Paul.
Yeah, there you go. All right. That's everything, I think, Jeff, and we got to get out of here with the 2-hour mark. We got to roll. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Appreciate y'all. I was wrecked and exhausted, so thank you for putting up with me. Jeff, please let people know where they can find you and subscribe to your newsletter, brother man.
theinsnider.com. We've got a most anticipated list coming. We've got a TV year in review. If I had a ballot, Oscar predictions. There's so much stuff going on. And oh my God, if you knew what I spent the morning chasing.
I hope you're going to tell me off mic. Yeah, there you go. TheInsider.com. Subscribe to that newsletter, y'all. You know, he never lets you down. We got a lot of stuff for you to explore and read and get caught up on in the world of entertainment.
Buy one for a friend, guys.
What's that?
Buy a subscription for a friend.
There you go. Buy a subscription for a friend. Yeah, you don't only have to give gifts at Christmas. You can give them anytime. Please subscribe to my channel as well down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button. Let us know what you thought about all the topics we talked about. And please remember to download and subscribe to our podcast. We want to get more and more people on the podcast train so we can get some sponsors for the podcast, make some money off the podcast. I know a lot of you watch us, but we'd love it if you subscribe to the podcast because thousands of you watch us every week. You help the numbers go up, so please do that as well. Follow me at The Rocha Says on social media. Take care of yourselves. Go see a movie this weekend, and we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode here of The Hot Mic. Peace.